Welcome to Indie Radio Newsreel. I'm Prathamesh and you're listening to the news updates for 25th October 2024. Here are the international news updates for today. PKK claims attack on Turkish defense company near Ankara that killed 5. The outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party or PKK has claimed responsibility for an attack on a Turkish state-run defense company near the capital, Ankara, that killed 5 people and wounded 22. The so-called act of sacrifice in Ankara was carried out by a team of the Immortals Battalion of the PKK, the group said on Telegram messaging app on Friday. Turkish Aerospace Industries or TUSAS was attacked on Wednesday with fighters setting off explosives and opening fire using automatic rifles at the campus of the company that designs and manufactures civilian and military aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles, and other defense industry and space systems. On Friday, Turkey's Ministry of National Defense said it carried out airstrikes for the second night in a row in northern Iraq, hitting 34 PKK targets. 3 journalists killed in Israeli attack in southern Lebanon. An Israeli airstrike has killed at least 3 journalists as they slept in their accommodation in southern Lebanon. News outlets say it was a direct hit on an area removed from the continuing conflict between the Israeli military and Hezbollah. The air raid hit a compound in Hasbaya, housing several journalists at about 4 am on Friday, killing 2 cameramen and a technician. The victims were identified as cameraman Ghassan Najjar and engineer Mohammad Reda, who worked for Al Mayadeen, and camera operator Wissam Qasim for Al Manar TV. Tropical storm Trami leaves 66 dead in Philippines. The death toll from tropical storm Trami in the Philippines rose to 66 today. Tens of thousands remained displaced after fleeing floods driven by a torrential downpour that dumped 2 months' worth of rainfall in just 2 days. In some areas, accessibility remained a major issue for rescuers. As Trami departed the Philippines in the early hours, traveling west over the South China Sea, the storm's death toll swelled as fresh reports of victims emerged. About 20 big storms and typhoons hit the Philippines or its surrounding waters each year, damaging homes and infrastructure and killing dozens of people. Now to the national news stories. India-China begin troop disengagement in Ladakh. After 4 years of standoff, Indian and Chinese troops have begun disengaging from the Depsang Plains and Demchok along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. The two sides are likely to complete disengagement and fall back to pre-April 2020 positions by Tuesday. All temporary infrastructure, sheds or tents will be removed, while ground commanders will continue to hold regular meetings. Each side will also continue to have surveillance options in the Depsang and Demchok areas and will inform the other prior to stepping out on patrol to avoid any miscommunication. Varanasi court rejects Hindu side's plea for additional ASI survey at Gyanvapi complex. A Varanasi court on Friday dismissed the Hindu side's plea for additional survey by the ASI or Archaeological Survey of India at the Gyanvapi complex. The Court of Civil Judge, Senior Division, Fast Track Court Varanasi, presided by Yugul Shambhu, rejected the plea. Advocate Vijay Shankar Rastogi, who had petitioned in the court, said he would go through the order and then will decide whether he would file a petition against it in the Allahabad High Court or the District Court. In February, Rastogi had filed a petition at the Varanasi court requesting an order for ASI to conduct a comprehensive survey of the entire Gyanvapi complex. Cyclone Dana uproots trees, brings heavy rain in Odisha. Cyclone Dana hit the Odisha coast today, uprooting trees, snapping power lines in several areas and killing a person in West Bengal. The storm made landfall between Bhitarkanika and Dhamra with wind speeds of 100 to 110 km per hour. The landfall process of Cyclone Dana began on the Odisha coast around midnight, with the districts Bhadra, Kendrapara, Balasore and Jagatsinghpur witnessing wind speeds of 110 km per hour and extremely heavy rain. Reports of trees getting uprooted and some areas getting inundated were received from Odisha. In neighboring West Bengal, a person died in the South 24 Pargana district's Pathar Pratima. The services at Bhubaneswar's Biju Patnaik International Airport and Kolkata's Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport, which was suspended on Thursday evening as part of precautionary measures, resumed at 8 am today. Thank you for listening to Indie Radio Newsreel. For more news, audiobooks and podcasts, stay tuned to Indie Radio or log on to www.indiejournal.in. Also consider subscribing to listen to our premium shows.